wanted potentially by Manchester United. Now, we know what Manchester United, their key target this season is a top-class number 6, Casemiro, who is obviously adored by Manchester United. I think they, obviously singing about him staying an extra year, but they are going to be looking for an extra number 6. They're all but certain to have secured Champions League football. And you can see Manchester United just look, it's weird them not being in Europe, but that season without Europe has really helped them. But next season they'll be back in Europe. All the fixtures, they need a stronger squad. And Real Madrid are reportedly open to offers because Florentino Perez would potentially, like Rodri at Manchester City, big-name midfielders could be dominating the transfer agenda this summer. Also goes on to say that if Manchester City are favourites to sign Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson, who Forest, if they stay up, which is looking likely at the moment, would want at least £100 million for the midfielder. So the season hasn't finished yet, but we are already deep in transfer mode.
Muchas cosas, ¿sabe? Creo que hay cosas muy más importantes que el partido y que el fútbol. Y como hemos dicho, Vinicius ha seguido con la confianza y muy focalizado en lo que tiene que hacer. Y ahora creo que es una victoria para la gente que están contra el racismo. Muchas cosas, ¿sabe? Creo que hay cosas muy más importantes que el partido y que el fútbol. Y como hemos dicho, Vinicius ha seguido con la confianza y muy focalizado en lo que tiene que hacer. Y ahora creo que es una victoria para la gente que están contra el racismo.
And this is, for me, in terms of the squad, when you say overhaul, do you think there'll be a lot of clubs at the moment, considering the form of the players, that will be paying the money that Man United would want for the players?
I think what there'll be is a...
Well, we can actually bring you some pictures of Baleba arriving at Brighton today. He's actually training with Brighton today. These are pictures just into us, so he's still a Brighton player there with the badge on his chest. But we know that Manchester United's interest in him is real, and Jay saying that he could fit into that midfield. Jay, Fabian Hertzler says he doesn't fear Brighton selling their best players. And that, in fairness, is one thing we do know about the club. They do get top dollar.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's been their model, and they do seem to go out there and replace them with more quality. They keep doing it. And that's credit to Brighton and to the recruitment staff. If they can make, it's going to be like 100 million for Baleba, then it's a great coup for them, because there's a lot of money, and then they can go and reinvest it.
Which they're good at.
One thing I would say though, having legs and the youth of Baleba in Man United's midfield is exactly what they need. Because at the moment, they've got some very good players, Ugarte, Casemiro, but he's at the end of his career. They need legs in there. They need someone that can cover ground. And I think that he would be a great acquisition for Man United as well.